there's one thing we love to hear, is a good old story about an insurance company to start off 2025 in the right foot. Am I right, folks?
Welcome to episode 84.
Don't look at me.
Of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast.
I'm a terrible host.
It's a brand new year. It is 2025.
Season 3,
I think. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the new year. I hope your Christmas holiday season, New Year's, was wonderful. Hopefully it was even half as great as Jim. We're excited to be here for 2025. We have a lot of things that we're planning on, and soon we're going to tell you about one of them. So,
would you like to tell me about one of them?
I told you about it. Because we are quickly approaching episode 100.
We are. That's right. That is correct.
And see,
we have about 16 more episodes.
I did tell you.
16 more weeks, folks.
16 more weeks, everybody. But we have a lot of things in store. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. YouTube is one of our big pushes for this year. Of course, we love Spotify and all the podcast platforms, but I'm looking at you,
Big
YouTube.
butt.
Hit the subscribe button. Please just follow along. We're trying to build a little bit of a better following on YouTube in 2025.
We're coming for you, Mr. Beast. What do we need, like 13 million subscribers?
I think physically is the only way that I could beat Mr. Beast in anything, because
Same.
that man is a genius. So let's start off with my day.
Yeah, so tell me about your battle with the insurance.
I feel like, the midweek sad boy update, the weekly therapy session is something that this is where I can just let this all out.
Forward to it. Do we need to call Uncle Luigi? He gets one phone call. You might have to pay by the minute to call him, though.
We're going to talk about him, too, because...
Yep.
Remind me. His lawyer is something else.
Dude. Interesting.
So, my day, if anybody else out there, because me being self-employed, I use the healthcare marketplace. Obamacare, as other people would call it.
Right, of course.
So, I have not had any problems up until... literally today, where you have to update your income as you make more or less. That way you get like a tax credit.
Yeah.
Right.
They know how much to credit you for.
Right. Because I don't want to pay out the butt because I said I had lower income or something. So long story short, income is going up for next year, which is great. Right. Number goes up. So do insurance premiums.
Boo.
And dude, I was on the phone. I think I called the healthcare.gov customer service line 4 times. And I think I talked to Aetna, my current and future insurance company, 5 times. And I'm going to sound like such a boomer right now, dude.
I'm here for it.
I have to say, US-based customer service is just so much better. And it's only I will never throw shame at them for wanting a job and doing a job and doing it moderately well. But when there is a difficult situation that needs to be communicated and needs somebody with a vast understanding who can actually have a conversation about the topic and resolve the issue, a US-based company and US-based customer service is just going to understand more.
Fair. So now, are you referring to a language barrier or just an actual understanding of the US insurance medical field?
I think it's a...
Yes.
I think it's probably more of a language barrier.
Gotcha.
While they speak very good English, I think it's more of the understanding of honestly, it might not even be an understanding thing. It might just be a call center thing.
Right.
Because they have a lot of scripts to follow. They have to hit on certain things. I think honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with their language or where they live or anything like that. Let me just get that. Okay.
Just to be clear.
I think it's more so of what they have to say, key points they have to hit in a conversation. I want someone who can just free flow talk with me. Hey, this is the problem I'm having. let me explain it to you. Boom, 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 boom. Are you following me?
Right.
When I talked to the healthcare.gov team, fully US based customer care, they're like, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Give me 1 second. I'll pull up your account. We'll take a look at it.
Right.
For them, it's like, I understand how this is a problem. Give me one brief moment or 1 2 to 3 minute hold and I will. And it's just like, that pisses me off so much. Just tell me, yeah, I see what you're saying. Give me 1 second. We'll look into it.
Right.
I just need someone who can talk with me freely. The healthcare.gov team, they can do that.
Right.
Aetna, not so much.
Okay, so now pause. What was the situation?
The situation is that I had applied for 2025 already for the insurance. Me being self-employed, this is where the confusion was. I put my income in as net, right? My net income.
Yeah.
When you're self-employed. When you are working for an employer, you put your gross income.
Yeah.
That's where there was confusion. I just put net for both of us.
Both of us.
Me and Taylor.
Okay.
Household income is
X.
The determination of what your what discount you get, the credit and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna have to pay something on taxes next year. But anyway, I don't remember what I put back in March. Either way, I had put it as one thing, and it gave me a whole list of options for insurance, the prices, like the monthly premium, what your deductibles are, your out-of-pockets, all kinds of stuff.
I believe they call that an EOB.
Your explanation of benefits.
Correct.
Yeah. So I did that, and when I went in to do a simple thing like update my income, I'm thinking, okay, it's just going to be the same thing. No, they make you pick your plan again. Oh. But now the premium is higher, which I was fine with. I understand. You make more money. You don't get as much of a credit. I expected to pay more monthly.
Fair.
I didn't expect my deductible to go from $700 to $7,000.
Holy shit.
Right?
Holy shit.
So I was talking to Aetna. I was like, why? Same plan. I was like, I understand an increase in the premium, but like, why is
literally 1,000% increase?
Yeah, I was like, why is the out of pocket max significantly higher? Why is my deductible higher? And they're like, and it was just like I kept getting like bullshit like script answers.
Yeah,
and that's my biggest complaint. I talked to healthcare marketplace, like, yeah, whenever you have an increase in income, all the plans change. Same thing when you have
understandable.
Yeah. I was like, but even like your deductible and stuff, they're like, yes. They're like, it's not very clear, but that is what happens. She's like, but it also goes down when your income decreases. So like, right.
Is it going to go down 1,000%?
Yeah, right. No, it's going to drop like $5.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Your deductible is now $6,000.
Right. But like, I talked to so many people today just trying to get something even close to what I was paying last year.
Yeah.
Like, and it's still not remotely close. But the woman I spoke to last, and I gave her the biggest compliment I've ever given somebody on the phone ever.
Whoa.
Dude, because out there in podcast land, I'm the worst customer, which makes me the biggest advocate for customers.
He do be a pretty big Karen when things don't go his way.
But justifiably, because I don't complain about dumb things. I complain about
legitimate things.
Yeah, like, hey, this is how it should be, or you're just not trying, or like your company doesn't allow you to help me. Those are like my big complaints.
Yeah.
But this woman's like, yeah, so I see that you want the same plan. It is a lot more expensive, but you and your son don't have to be on the same plan. You could get different plans based on your needs, and it'll probably save you money. I was like,
interesting.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you have my attention.
Right? So she explains it. She literally walks me through step by step. It takes 10 minutes. And I get it done. I was like, look, can I be honest with you? I spoke to probably 8 people today, and you are by far, hands down, the most helpful person I've spoke to all day. I was like, I'm not in your field, but I feel like this would be a very simple thing to understand, but nobody else seems to understand what I was saying.
Except you.
And you just listened, you understood, and you told me what to do, and I just can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It was like the biggest sigh of relief to speak to somebody who actually knew what they were doing.
It made her day.
Could just talk to me freely. Yeah. And she, like, you could tell she was kind of like,
Stop
thank
it.
you. Stop.
Stop.
You know,
Would you like a free upgrade?
yeah, right. So like, no wonder Luigi does things, you know?
Hey man, get shit done. That's all I gotta say.
Healthcare.
I don't know if he got shit done. He's trying to get shit done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But what's crazy, speaking of Luigi,
Oh, yes.
all of these law shows that I've been watching,
Oh, right.
now hearing his lawyer talk in like the opening comments, dude, have you seen any of those?
No.
She basically like called out was it the mayor of New York, who's also
Was
under
that
like
Giuliani?
I don't remember, I
Fuck
can't remember
his
what the guy's name. It's a different guy, but he's also under some like investigation.
Of course he is.
So she first off says that Luigi can no longer get a fair trial in New York because of that perp walk that they gave him. They made him look like such a criminal.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, again, he is. However,
but compared,
yes.
right?
Continue.
So she was like, I didn't even know that the New York, like the police department had assault rifles in their weaponry, but like you have armed guards with assault rifles for a single man
In handcuffs.
Right. And she's like, it was the biggest staged perp walk.
Oh, yeah.
She's seen in her entire 30 plus year career. And she said, and why was the mayor even there?
Yeah.
She's like, if anything, he should understand what it's like to be, you know, guilty until proven innocent, or innocent until proven guilty. Sorry.
No, you had it right.
Yeah. Innocent
Welcome to
until
America,
proven
2025.
guilty.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's under investigation and has like charges against him for like fraud or something.
They all do. They're all scumbags.
Right. But she's basically saying like, he can't get a fair trial anymore because this went to like everybody's seeing this.
Yeah.
In New York, all these potential jurors.
Yeah.
It's going to be impossible in jury selection to find
An
like we
unbiased
talked
opinion.
about unbiased people.
Yep.
Who can listen to both sides and understand and make a fair judgment on the situation. And it's like, damn. And then I looked her up. Like a 30 plus year career. Guess what?
What?
Undefeated. She is impressive.
Ooh, we stand for some impressive stats, everybody.
Dude.
I did see, and this part just kind of made me turn my head to the side like a confused dog. I read something that the judge of the trial happens to be married to a CEO or has connections to an insurance company. Is like their spouse.
no.
It like works for or is the head of or something, a conglomerate of an insurance company. So it's like, wait a second. Is that not a conflict of interest? Like how?
Yeah.
Do you know if that's still recording or not?
It is.
I don't think it is.
I don't know if it is either.
I don't think it is.
What the fuck?
Brother.
I hit the button.
I saw you hit the button earlier. Did it? It must have stopped. Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hey, welcome back to the video. Yeah, now we're in focus and the video is recording for some reason. I don't know what happened. Technical issues.
All right, so we need one of those like movie clip things where it's like, all right, and take two.
All right, cool. Yeah, so
So his judge, I think, like has some sort of connections to like an insurance group, and it's like, wait a second, is that not a fucking conflict of interest? Like that can't. We can't have
dude.
this.
If it is, she'll find it.
Like, there's no way I saw that and her not already know that. But like, it just seems like it's scummy, right? Like that seems smarmy. I'm gonna use all kinds of cool words.
Smarmy.
Yeah, like that. Like, hold on now. Like, what? That just doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. I don't understand it.
Yeah, and then hold on. There's that is wild, but
and then you definitely were onto something when you said that in comparison to other people. Why does it keep stopping?
Why does it keep stopping?
Is your SD card full?
No, I just cleared it off.
Well,
what in the absolute dirty hell is happening here?
hey, everybody on podcast land. Thanks for sticking with us.
What?
Those watching on video are probably having one heck of a confused time. But everybody out listening in audio land, you guys are also confused. We're just, sometimes professional podcasters just aren't professional podcasters.
Well, see, the thing is, we're professional, but this camera, we're just going to watch it for a second. This camera
We're staring into your soul, video podcast watchers. We're waiting for the video to cut, and just like cuts back. And
We're just gonna.
Anyhow, so you are correct though. It does seem in comparison. I saw something where it was like, I don't remember the guy's name, and it's honestly not relevant. But like the dude who murdered those 4 people in like, was it Colorado or something recently? Right, like when he got picked up by the police, they slapped him with a bulletproof vest and some handcuffs, and it was like 2 dudes walking him out, and he killed 4. It did turn off.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Sounds like episode 84 is an audio only episode.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll just have to come back to this at another time.
Yeah.
So
sorry, video guys. I don't know what be happening.
New Year's curse 2025. Let's go. Anyhow, so yeah, like that dude murders 4 people in cold blood. And he gets walked out by like 2 cops in some handcuffs and a bulletproof vest. And it's like, okay, fine, fair. He murdered people.
Yeah.
He should definitely be escorted in a safe manner. Like, I also get it that Luigi murdered somebody. He murdered a individual. Does he need to be walked out in a jumpsuit, handcuffs, 18 armed guards, 75 FBI federal agents, the mayor of New York, fucking, I don't even know. I think I saw Ronald McDonald in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening?
He said he was making like a statement.
Yeah,
And it's
for
like,
what?
You just gave him no chance of a fair trial at all.
But what that also tells you is how fucking scared they are.
Good.
Not of Luigi. How scared they
Of
are
the people.
of everybody else.
Yeah. So, and I saw something, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like people who have performed school shootings or
Yep.
like, so like what they're saying is that one CEO's life is more important than all these like 12 kids that got massacred in a school shooting.
And that's also what I was going to say too. The same article, it showed the dude who murdered the people in Colorado or wherever it was. And then it was also like this guy murdered 15 children in a school shooting, and he got walked out by a cop. And
like,
it's like, hold on,
and like
wait a second.
and didn't get even remotely mentioned for death penalty.
Yes.
But they're saying Luigi gets death penalty. Like,
I guess there's no video, so I don't have to like pay
we don't have to
attention
look.
to that.
Yeah.
We can get real comfy now.
Dude, I'm gonna like do foot rubs while
Ooh, we can do. That's
it-
on the OnlyFans, everybody.
So like it's it
doesn't make sense.
No, it's really wild that you can have people who have done
Heinous
arguably
things.
way worse things. Like yes, like we said, killing a healthcare CEO. You killed somebody. You shouldn't do that. That's bad.
You killed another human. End of
Right.
story. Not
That's
good.
bad. But to try and make an example of one guy who killed a billionaire. I'm guessing I'm guessing the guy's probably a billionaire.
I don't think he was a billion, but he's a million.
He's an upper millionaire.
He was an M level citizen. I don't think he was a B level citizen.
Yeah, he's definitely a 1%er, a 0.5%er maybe. Who knows?
I don't.
Either way,
yes.
Either way, you're telling me that a healthcare CEO's life is worth more than all of these kids in school shootings that got taken down.
Yup.
And like you're trying to give this guy life or death penalty,
Yeah.
and these other people are getting out in like 20 years.
Dude, you got people sexually abusing. I didn't want to say the word because I'm trying not to get demonetized. But you have people who sexually abuse children, multiple times, and these dudes go to jail for 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you go to jail for 5 years, and then you got 5 years probation,
And you end up on
got
a list.
community service, and you end up on a list, and you're not allowed to be within 500 feet of a school. Oh, okay. Agreed. Not good. Don't do that. Do not diddle children. Just full stop. Don't diddle children.
Yeah.
Also, full stop. Don't murder people. Like those sentences go hand in hand.
Right.
One of them carries a life death sentence, according to the government, and the other carries a 5 years probation and some community
Legal
service.
for a fine.
It's legal for a fee, dude. It's bullshit.
It is, dude. It's
just-
wild. Speaking of diddles or Diddy,
Whoa.
yeah. So his lawyer,
Yeah.
her husband, is
Wait, say that again.
so his lawyer. I think her name is Karen.
Diddy's lawyer or Luigi's lawyer?
Luigi's lawyer.
Luigi's lawyer, Karen. Off. Karen.
Her husband,
Yes.
is the guy who is taking on the P Diddy case.
Ooh, so they're both lawyers.
They are like a a power couple in law.
Ooh, that's a political thriller writing in itself.
That's a Netflix show just waiting to happen.
It really is.
She was hold on, what was it? I saw it. Karen was the second in command in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, which brought notable cases against defendants, including Harvey Weinstein, the chief, and then Alan Weiselberg, the chief financial officer of the Trump Organization. But yeah, she's been like top tier law person for so long, and now she's taking on Luigi's case.
You know what? Hey, more power to her. I hope that everything goes the way they want it to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good enough for me. Yeah.
I saw this. This is brought to you by Jersey Donut on, I believe, Twitter.
Jersey Donut.
But this says, dude ices a CEO, becomes a living symbol of the lower class struggles against corporate greed. Minimum wage worker at large corporate franchise rats him out in hopes of a promised financial reward from authorities. The authorities arrest the killer and tell the minimum wage worker to fuck right off without providing agreed upon compensation. You literally cannot write this level of social commentary. This shit is its own Oscar winner right here. Like, when's the Netflix documentary? Where's the Hulu
there's
special?
There's gotta be something.
Like, we're gonna get an HBO docuseries in 10 years, 5 episodes long. We're gonna get a Luigi interview from prison. It's gonna be great.
It's just gonna be called The Adjuster.
The Luigi
Mangiones story.
Good. It's such a good title. It writes itself, bro.
So on a more comical note.
Oh yes, of course.
Me and Mike were playing Pal World.
Yes.
Okay. And he made his character's name Luigi Mangiones.
Love it.
And what's even funnier is that one of the weapons that you can get.
Is it called a ghost gun?
No, it's called what was it called? It's like a makeshift pistol or something like that.
It's a crafted pistol.
Yeah, it's basically. It was really funny. So I made my character's name Waluigi Mangiones.
Love it. This one, you've seen this meme, right? That meme format where
what does it say?
Okay, so the top one says people aren't celebrating an assassination, celebrating in quotes. It says people are, quote, denying a claim for sympathy that's outside of their emotional network.
No. I mean,
is it wrong though?
No.
She comes down in a bubble, Doug.
Yeah.
Speaking of 2025, segues are weird. Segues are transport.
Love segues.
Speaking of 2025, I read a statistic and it made me uncomfortable, so I'm going to make you uncomfortable with it.
I'm ready.
2050 is as far away from 2000 as of today.
Yep.
We are closer to 2050 than we are to 2000. It does that? What the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
How did we get here? How have we gotten here? And this is how the year is starting.
Yeah.
We are off to a great start with this dumpster fire of a year. We thought 2020 was bad. Brother, 2025, coming around. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, my brother David sent me something about it was like a person to go into like GameStop and trade in some, or to buy some games. And because they sell like retro games now.
Air quote.
Yeah, and one of them was like, oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto, like Vice City, like this one's a true classic, blah, 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 blah. And it said something about it, and like every single game this guy brought up was like shot to the heart, and the guy's like it was comical.
I was just talking to my brother the other day because he was like, oh dude, yeah, like he was over for Christmas and we were talking about computers and GTA 6 is obviously coming out later this year. And I was like, yeah, man, like, I think I'm going to fire up GTA 5, like, probably the week before 6 comes out and just, like, run it back real quick and just, like, have some fun with it.
This 10-year-old game.
But, like, dude, it's, like, it's an end of an era. Like, I think I sent it to you on Instagram, but it was, like, GTA 5 or whatever the city is, Los Santos. Is that what it's called? So it was, like, Los Santos the night before GTA 6 comes out. And it was just, like, quiet crickets.
Oh.
and it was just like cars, just like the NPCs just driving along the road, planes flying, boats going around, and it was just like soft ASMR GTA scenes. And you're like, fuck, like this really is the end of an era.
Oh, I saw someone post that this is the last Christmas you'll get to drive in the snow in GTA.
In GTA 5.
GTA 5.
Get the fuck out. I hate when people do that. It's like, don't make me cry, you fuckers.
Well, dude, I did that every time, like when he left Best Buy. It was like, every time he did something like, oh man, this is the last time that you're going to do this.
This is the last time you'll apply for a credit card.
Yeah, this is the last time you're going to sell a phone. This is the last time you're going to do this. I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, shut up.
I can hear him doing that lip smack too. Let's see. I have some other stuff. Yeah. So I have a collection. I looked at the camera like it's still on. I have a collection of photos that I've been meaning to send, and I should have read this while we were discussing it. It says very few school shooters have gotten the death penalty, yet the U.S. is trying to charge Luigi Mangiones so that he gets a death penalty for killing one man. You can kill dozens of kids and get a lesser sentence because their lives don't matter as much as a CEO. That's America for you.
Yeah, for a company that's really fighting against abortion, they really don't care about you once you're born.
True. Well, yeah, because that's when they make money off you. They care about you until you're a cog in their machine. Then they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't care at all.
But like, if you don't make it into the machine, then they have a problem because that's when the machine stops running. Which I have been listening to a lot of like news stories or like news articles about the declining birth rates, and obviously I'm part of the problem because fuck them. But like, there are like groups of people who are starting like a pro-natalism like push, and they're like encouraging people to get pregnant, and like we've got to get the per child number back up. Like there's some article statistic that said like the average birth rate needs to be at 2.8 in order to just maintain the population, and anything under 2.8 leads to a deficit, obviously, because when two parents die, if you don't have two children to replace them,
right?
And then like the 0.8 is for like some of the kids that just don't make it to adulthood.
Sure.
You know, school shootings, car crashes, things
Right.
of that nature. And it's like, so like you should really be at a minimum of 3 children, like per couple, to like keep the population afloat. Fuck that,
Yeah, man,
dude.
that's too expensive.
Fuck that sideways. No way. That's crazy.
Dude, like you think about how expensive daycare is. Like if we would have had a second kid in daycare, we'd be paying $1,500 a month, but 2 kids in daycare so we could work.
Yeah.
Like that's more than our mortgage.
Yeah, at that point, like you or TK stop working to just to offset the cost of daycare.
And then you think about how expensive groceries are.
Or going to get.
Yeah, they're going to get worse.
You know, because that one guy who definitely promised to make the grocery prices go down has gone on record saying, I don't think I can do it.
It's really hard to make. Yeah, dude,
But like, we told you so.
I just
Continue.
Like
Grocery
I
prices.
know it's going to happen, but like for everybody who didn't see that coming,
Fucking told you.
buckle up, buddy.
Yeah, right? Like, I hope those tariffs fix everything.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't worry, guys. Whenever we're going through the recession of 2020, I don't know, 6,
7,
the Sad Boys will still be here every week for your midweek recession Sad Boy update.
Unless we can't afford to have power or internet, because at that point we won't be able to.
Oh,
upload.
I mean, I'm never leaving my house. So, dude, what's crazy? Like you said, it costs money to leave the house. Like
$100, walk out your front door.
I used to be, you know, let's go out. I'm going to go out and get lunch. Like when I was working at AT&T, dude, I never packed lunch. Like I went out to eat every single day. I would get coffee in the morning. I would go and get lunch out. I would get like a little snack at Sheetz or something, drive home.
Yep.
Maybe we'd go out to eat. Like spending so much money on that stuff. Now I get mad when I have to leave the house.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you stop at the store? Like, Jesus Christ. I just went somewhere like 3 days ago. I don't want to go somewhere again.
Yeah, right.
You know?
3 days ago is your limit. Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, you want to drive here? It's an hour and a half away. I'm like, honestly, I really don't. Like, and I'm at that point, dude, where it's like, yeah, we got food at home, but like, yeah, I mean, I'll just cook a fried egg and I'll just eat that. Like, I don't care.
Butter noodles it is.
Dude, like, I'm not going out. I don't want to spend money going out. Like, it costs too much.
Yeah.
It costs too much.
It really does.
It's just wild. But like, honestly, like, for it to happen, I know everything's going to get worse before it gets better. I just can't wait for the big companies, you know, your McDonald's, your Starbucks, all these companies to be like, what's going on? Why is no one's buying anything? They don't have money to buy anything. It's only $7 a coffee. What do you mean? And then it's going to be like, oh, sorry, dude. I just decided to spend $300 on an espresso machine. I'm never going to go to Starbucks again.
Yeah, right. When you do the math and you realize like how much you can save and just like make better in home, your life will change.
Dude, so Taylor, we've been making bagels at home. Really easy, by the way.
Like she's made the dough and you've made your own bagels? Oh, okay.
Dude,
sick.
we've been making, she made cinnamon raisin ones the first time, which we realized we need to add some more sugar and make it a little bit sweeter. But we made everything bagels with cheddar cheese in them.
Ooh.
Oh, brother, I made in like half of a bagel because we might try making them smaller and those bitches are still big.
the yeast be yeasting.
Yeah. So like we could split one and be like, I'm done, I'm out. So like I made like homemade bagels. I'll make a fried egg with cheese. And it's like, that's way better than anything I can get at any fast food place.
For sure, dude.
And it cost me like nothing.
Yeah. Your bagels, which, I mean, let's just say you bought a package of bagels. It's still probably like $4 or $5, $6,
yeah.
right? And even just split that, make an egg, and make a slice of cheese is 10 cents. You know, like, even if you bought the bagels and still made it at home, still cheaper than going to McDonald's and getting a McBagel or whatever the fuck they're called.
But like the McBagel, the price that we pay for like the whole package of flour, right?
Yeah.
And then all of the yeast, like what Josh Weissman always do, the butt cheaper.
Yep.
So it's like we made, I think probably 12, 14 bagels out of one batch.
Yeah.
And you put them in the freezer whenever you want them. You just grab it, 30 seconds in the microwave. It's perfect. Put it in the toaster. You're done. And it's like, dude, I would rather eat at home, stay at home all day and not go anywhere. Because it just costs so much.
It sure does.
And like being self-employed, like I still love it. I still would not want to change it for anything. But like, you got to be a little more cautious, in times when it's not as busy. Around the holidays, like with most business, right?
Right.
But like, I can't go out and like spend $30 at Chipotle for two people.
Nah.
Especially with like
that used to be like a Wednesday thing. And then you would still probably maybe go out on Saturday or Friday, like after a week of work.
Yeah.
Be like, fuck it, you know what? We got to go to the grocery store. Let's just stop and get Chipotle and call it a day. And now it's like $35. You're like, fuck, that was $35 on a Wednesday.
So this
My
is
dude.
This is the biggest realization. And tell me how this hits you.
Ooh.
You know how we would always look at our parents funny when they would say like, yeah, I remember when gas used to be 50 cents a gallon.
Yep.
I remember when, we can go to the store for $20 or
milk used to be $1 or whatever.
When I bought a car for $4,000. This is literally the same thing. I remember when a Chipotle burrito was, $5.99 for chicken.
Yep. And now it's $7.99.
It's like more than that now.
Or what?
I think it's like $10.
Well, I think the last time we were there, I was also saying the same thing to Megan. I was looking at the menu. I think chicken is like 8 and some change.
Yeah.
And steak or any like the air quote premium meats. That's when it gets into the double digits.
Yeah. So it's like 10, 12, but then the premium one, like the brisket.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
$15.
Yeah. Crazy.
Dog, for a burrito at Chipotle?
It used to be 15 for 2.
It needs to come with like a $5 rebate. Like, there's ridiculous.
Bonus points on the app.
Yeah. So like this is literally the same thing as our parents complaining about how things used to be way cheaper. Now we have our own examples of when, because I remember when gas was 99 cents a gallon.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wasn't driving then, but I recall, I recall that's right around the time, probably like, 14, 15 is like right when we were just getting our permits and everything. And, gas had like just crested $1, or just hit $1.50.
I remember seeing on the news, the sheets on Niles
Market
Cortland
Street,
Road
yeah.
is for 99 cents a gallon. In the video, it would be people like lining up to pump
In the fucking road. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, 99 cents a gallon is crazy.
I don't
Like-
even fucking blink an eye when I if you look at the prices, you'll get upset.
Unless it's
I just don't look.
if it's under $4, I honestly like I don't even like think about it too much.
When maybe
Not
this
recent.
is I was gonna say, when
2020
the last time gas was over $4?
21, 22, that time frame. Like whenever they're like running out of gas and gas was higher price and everything.
Well, yeah, I remember that during like the hurricane seasons and shit like that. But I
like,
don't.
yeah, I mean, it was over $4 at one point. And
I believe it.
Because I remember I was priding myself on never paying more than $4 for gas. But then there's one time I was like, I got to.
I have to.
I got to drive 40 minutes to work. I'm breaking it, man. Today's the day.
I do agree. And then I had one of those moments the other day. You know, I've talked about this before. Megan and I enjoy watching commercial complications or compilations, not
commercials?
complications. Yeah, like commercials from the 90s, or like the other day we were watching holiday commercials from the 80s because like my mom was visiting and I was like, oh, you'll enjoy this because like you watch this TV or you watch this commercial on TV while it was like live.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the fucking 1985 Honda holiday special, and it was like buy a Honda Accord or whatever the fuck they had back then 30 some years ago, 50 some years ago, and it was like MSRP for a car was like $8,999, and it was like with 10% down and 0% cash back, and you're like, cars used to cost $9,000? Like fuck, dude. I'd buy a car for $9,000. No, not me financing a car for 20 grand back in 2020. Like holy fucking shit. And dude, car prices, let's be real, gonna fucking skyrocket here in the next year. But like car prices are already out of control. Why do fucking brand new trucks cost $100,000, bro?
Dude, new trucks are
You mean
wild.
to tell me that 4 wheels and some doors cost half as much as my fucking home? Come on now.
Dude.
That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to remember. So speaking of cars, I think I found the commercial. Do you remember when it was coming up? It was 1999, coming up on the year 2000, and everyone was kind of like low key worried about
Yeah, the big Y2K. Yep.
Speaking of cars, I remember there was a Y2K Yes to Kia.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do recall. I don't exactly remember it, but I remember
Buy
it was
one,
a
get
thing.
one free Kia.
That's so fucking nutty, dude.
And dude, I remembered that. I looked it up, and all the videos are the same. Please tell me you remember this event.
That's crazy.
Like people were giving buy one get one free cars.
I didn't know that, but I remember the Yes to Kia thing,
Yeah.
but I didn't remember that it was a fucking BOGO on
Because
cars.
they didn't know if the world was going to end and all electronics were going to
so
stop
wild.
working. Like they were giving cars away for free, and like now it's man. I could probably get rid of one of my kidneys to.
to buy a car.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Speaking of buying cars, I have no intentions on buying a car. However, the Civi's paid off in 2 fucking months.
I just paid my Jeep off 2 days ago.
That is so sick, dude. How good of a feeling is it?
It feels honestly, it was paid off, and I'm like, I should probably clean it.
It hasn't, it hasn't set in yet because you haven't
had to make another payment yet.
Yeah, your first like, oh, I would be paying my car payment. Oh, look at all the money I didn't have to spend this time,
Dude.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good financial restructure this next year. We're planning to do some things. I'm excited about it, but like paying off the Jeep was the first one. I did it I called and I was like, hey,
can I get that payoff?
yeah, can I get my 10-day payoff? And
Yeah,
like,
let's fucking go.
here you go. And I made the payment over the phone with them, and she's like, congratulations. I'm like, I know.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it. Megan and I are also doing later today, as in 1/1 later today, we are doing a 2025 financial report. We're going to sit down. We're going to compile all of our bills and, we're going to just go over all of our shit and just kind of like build us a little roadmap for 2025. And the first thing on the list is the Civi's paid off in 2 months. So that'll be objective number 1. Ideally, we're trying to finish off that credit card debt by the end of the year, because that is, we are so fucking close. We are under $12,000. That is less than 12 months worth, dude. It's, oh my God, it's going to feel so fucking good. 2026, we are going hard on vacation because I'm going to save so much money this year, assuming the world doesn't go to shit. But yeah, dude, we're doing a 2025 financial roadmap. We're also going to try, have you heard on TikTok, have you heard of those no spends?
No.
So there's like this trend on TikTok prior to it getting shut down here real soon. We'll have to see how that goes.
We'll have an update in 3 weeks.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, we'll let you know if TikTok's actually down or not. But there's a trend that's been going around lately, and people will be like, oh, 2025 no spend, or quarter one no spend, and basically the goal is to not spend money because of how expensive shit is. It's relevant to what we were just talking about. So we're gonna try and do a January no spend. So we're gonna sit down and do our financial roadmap, and then we're gonna go to the store, and that's gonna be we're gonna try and do it one trip to the store for the month. Go to Sam's Club, get some big bags of stuff that we don't have to go buy again. And then obviously there's going to come with a caveat of like, oh, I need a loaf of bread for my sandwiches for lunch. The necessities
things with a lower shelf life.
Things that are necessities don't count. But like, we're going to try to not go out, or we're only going to limit ourselves to one time in the month. And we're not going to buy, Megan might get one coffee a week. Like, really try to cut back on the spending just for January. And like, if we enjoy it, we're going to try and implement it for maybe some more months. We're going to do a January test run to see if we can do a no spend. I have the utmost faith in myself. It is Megan is the problem. Shout out to Meggie. What up, girl? I hope you're listening, and try not to buy a coffee today. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think if we did something like that, we probably would also need to go somewhere like Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Because we generally shop at Aldi. Mm-hmm. And it, for the most part, dude, it honestly feels easier to go to Aldi and just shop in the moment instead of like planning out lists.
Yeah.
Because you could see like, okay, cool, they got this kind of meat in stock.
Yeah, X, Y, and Z's on sale.
Yeah, right. This is on sale. Let's do the birria because we can make like 3 meals out of that. We could do burgers. There'll be 2 meals of burgers. Mm-hmm. We'll get some chicken nuggets. We'll get some fruit. Cover Reed for a little bit for some dinners.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Your kid just eats fruit.
Well, I mean, dude,
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, he eats fruit with most meals, but like, it might be like pasta one night, but then some fruit, or like chicken nuggets and some fruit, or the occasional time where he eats what we eat,
That'll come to that. Should, as he becomes more,
it's getting better,
self-aware. I think he'll.
Yeah, like in the last 6 months, it's getting better. He wouldn't even try biscuits and gravy. And then
I want to slap him.
I finally got him to try it, and he's like,
"Oh shit, that's pretty good."
I love biscuits and gravy. I'm like, yeah, you do.
I tried to tell you, you little shit.
Yeah.
Just smack him.
Yeah. And then like, dude, there's so many things. Like, he didn't want to try steak for the longest time.
Oh my God, brother.
Loves steak now. Like, there's just like so many things that he's actually trying now. And he's like, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I know.
I fucking told you, you little shit.
Right? So like, I am at the point where like, I can get all of my stuff to make my overnight oats, and I can get a carton of eggs and like homemade bagels at this point. And I can have breakfast and lunch. I can have oatmeal every morning, and I can have a fried egg and a bagel for lunch every single day. I can eat the same thing every day and not care.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I have told that to Megan as well too. I'm like, chicken and rice, fucking sign me up. One day it's Mexican rice, next day it's Asian rice, next day it's plain rice, then it's fried rice. Like, I'll eat rice every day.
If you can get some different like sauces for the food, like for the chicken,
it doesn't feel like the same thing each time.
Right. Like, today we're doing it's barbecue chicken and like fried rice or something, or white rice and some corn. Yeah. I could absolutely eat the same thing every single day. Mm-hmm. Dude, like, honestly, I have a fried egg with cheese and on an English muffin like almost every morning.
If I could somehow convince Megan to make me breakfast every single day, I would eat the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
I'd eat an egg Sammy every day.
Yeah.
Every day. That shit is so fucking good. I wholeheartedly agree with you, dude.
Oh.
That's why we buy the fucking 50-pound bag of jasmine rice, because that shit'll last us 6 months. This is just the two of us, right? Like 3 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. I mean, 50 pounds of rice, that shit will last forever.
Long ass.
Yeah, right? You can buy a bag of rice and I don't have to go to Sam's Club for 6 more months. Like, until you got to get some ass coupons. But my brother called it that the other day. He was like, some ass coupons. And I was like, I like that.
That's good. I like that too.
My mom specifically wanted me to put this in the podcast. The other day, you know the restaurant that just opened on Fast Food Alley? You know, Cock Out?
Oh.
She was like, Cock Out? What's that? And I was like, well, first off, it's Cookout. And second off, it's a burger joint.
Wait, did it open up over there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Brother, let me tell you, delicious.
Dude, we're waiting for the Chipotle to open at Hope Mills.
We're getting a Chipotle in Hope Mills? When? Where?
So on the road across from Jack Britt, the school, next to like where like Jersey Mike's and Tropical Smoothie Cafe and Harris Teeter are.
Oh, it's in that plaza where the grocery stores and shit are?
Next to like Starbucks and Taco Bell.
Ooh, okay. Didn't know that.
Dude, Chipotle. Like,
well, it's a lot closer for you guys because like still
it's
Hope
still
Mills is
closer for
30
you
minutes.
to go there than it is to Fayetteville.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe. Honestly, they're about the same. Because really, if like in order to get to Hope
It
Mills,
should only take you 20 minutes to get to Hope Mills.
right? But like Hope Mills is it's just like this. Like when I leave my house, I'm still driving towards yours, and then I just go in one different direction to go to Fayetteville, or I go in one direction to go to Hope Mills.
It might be like 5 minutes shorter for you to go to Hope Mills.
Yeah,
maybe
at that point. But like, I agree. Would be nice.
I'd rather go there than Fayetteville.
I don't mind that one. Well, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't mind Skyville.
They just never have ice in their machine.
Fair. They do never have
and the
ice.
one time I
but
went-
you're a no ice guy, so what are you complaining about?
Well, half the time their drinks are warm.
Fair.
They're like, oh, the drinks aren't cold. We don't have ice. Like, what are you doing wrong? Like the one time I went in, they're like, just so you know, we don't have ice. I'm like, honestly, I'm more surprised when you do have ice. Yeah. And she looked at me. She goes, oh.
It's a true statement, though.
I was like, how often it happens, I'm more surprised when there is ice.
Tell me I'm wrong, Doug.
Wild, dude. You know, we should get a hydration check in. Speaking of, because we're
almost at time.
We're already near the end here. I got you know, this is Wednesday for you guys, but I got Monday Night Raw to watch. You know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Speaking of, Gio and I are going to Monday Night Raw in February, like 10 days before we go see Bill Murray.
Sick. Speaking of Bill Murray, but yes. Where was I going to go with that? My thought just bloop, right, just fleeted right away.
It's gone.
So you're going to Raw 10 days before we go see Bill Murray.
Yeah, in Charlotte.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude. It's during the John Cena retirement tour.
You think he's going to be there?
He's going to be on Raw because Netflix requested the big names.
Oh,
Cody
right, that's
Rhodes,
right.
Roman Reigns, John Cena. So, and this is 2 weeks before one of the big events where he said it's going to be his last time going to this event. So he's going to be in it. So there's going to be build up to that match. So he'll probably be on Raw every week.
Maybe even if he's not fighting, he might be out just like doing some smack talking.
I just want, he probably won't fight randomly on the shows, but I just want to see him. I want to hear his music. I want to see him come out, you know, but like, yeah, so we're excited. We got a hotel, so we're gonna go hang out, get food, go to Raw, come back the next morning. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, dude, you got Bill Murray tickets for Christmas. I got an early birthday present. Bill Murray tickets. Dude, we're going to see Bill Murray. Sad Boys. I looked at the camera again. Sad Boys meet up at the Bill Murray show.
It's gonna be a great 10 days.
Yes.
Monday Night Raw, Bill Murray. Because like Taylor was like, oh, you haven't seen them before, right? I'm like, I did see them once in 2020.
Who?
Bill Murray.
Oh, you've seen Bill. Well,
super small venue in Indiana. It was in Indy.
Was it Bill Murray or was it the March Ahead?
It's Bill Murray.
Oh, okay.
But it was the only person in the band now that was in the band then is Johnny Frank.
Okay.
New bassist, or actually no bassist now. New guitar player, new drummer, and now they have the
saxophone
player.
chick, yeah.
Yeah, so like entirely different lineup, entirely different sound. Like it's going to be way better.
Still fire.
But like, yeah, it was good back then. It's going to be way better now.
Oh, yeah.
So
you going to wear your shirt?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited. So
Man, it's kind of a coincidence you got a Bill Murray shirt for Christmas, and then you happen to get Bill Murray tickets for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's almost like I knew, huh?
I wouldn't have made that connection.
Yeah, dude, fun fact, let's break the fourth wall here. Megan, I told you it wasn't going to be a problem. Because I was like, oh, yeah, like, I really hope that shirt shows up before the podcast because, like, I need to give it to Jason. She's like, you can't give it to him. Like, he'll know that something's up. And I was like, how would he fucking know?
He's not going to know.
He's not going to know.
He's never going to know.
Like, I got him a band t-shirt last year. Like, if I get him a band t-shirt this year, he's not going to think of anything, like, of it. And then prior to coming up to record that episode, I looked at Taylor and I was like, is it okay if I give them this? Like, because I don't have anything else. She's like, yes, Jim, it's fine. And I was like, well, I don't know why Megan was freaking out over it. And she's like, it's okay.
Megan looked at the camera too.
See, it's so addictive.
No idea. So
I also looked at the camera.
he told you so.
Yeah, I told you so, Megan.
Thinking of it now, I know exactly what happened with the camera.
What happened?
So I got a new DJI Raven Eye for my gimbal, and you have to set the output of the camera HDMI output maximum to 1080p. Just for the viewing, so it'll show up on the phone and the thing. It still records in 4K, but you have to set that, and because
there's nothing plugged into it.
Well, this is plugged in, it's hooked up right, but because it's set to a lower resolution, it probably kept like erroring itself out and turning off. Because that's the only thing that's changed since I used it last.
Fair point.
So I know exactly what it is. I actually told myself to change it back before we recorded, and didn't do that.
Hey, well, everybody, we are 0 for 52 in video podcasts for 2025. So we're off to a great start. But that means that next week's episode can only be better.
Yeah, because there's going to be video.
Yeah. And the multicam again, question mark?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it again, absolutely.
What'd you guys think of last week's Christmas spectacular extravaganza with the multicam?
Did you like the multicam? Did you, I mean, give me some comments. I want some feedback on it. You're not going to see it on this one because no video.
but we Jason and I do read all the comments.
Yeah.
So like if you legitimately have something that you like want to say to us, if you don't want to email us or don't want to slide in our DMs, you don't want to send us feed pics or like whatever, like you can just leave a comment on any of the social media platforms and we will see it.
Yeah.
So perfect time to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit the share button, hit the dislike button, hit the unfollow. Don't hit the unfollow.
Yeah, don't hit that one. Everything else positive. That
just hit all the buttons and you know what? Let's make 2025 great again.
Yeah. Yeah. Feed that algorithm, daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, careful. When you start saying that, it'll start giving you some weird stuff.
Hey,
Next week, I want to talk about how over Christmas, I fucked my algorithm.
Oh, God.
So that's a little preview for next week's episode. Let's see. What are we going to start the year off with our music vibe? What's the vibe for 2025?
It'd be really funny if we're like, oh, we're going to do reggae music, and then it's just going to be nothing.
We're going to do video and then nothing. Yeah. Well, I'll let you pick the music, and I think we're going to wrap up today.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here for all of 2024, everybody. Thank you for joining us in this one heck of an interesting upcoming year. Yeah. 2025 is already shaping up to be one doozy of a year.
We'll be here every single week for you. Just come in and just
pending illnesses.
yeah, pending illnesses or random
insurance
knee
claims,
infections or
or insurance claims
whatever,
or house fires or anything like that.
Whatever. But pending all those things, we'll be here every single week for you for your regularly scheduled midweek Sad Boy update. Nailed that one. That felt good for 2025.
Good start.
Yeah, good start. Yeah. So that's really gonna be it. Wait, do you hear that music starting? You feel that?
I feel something.
It feels like a vibe. I kind of like that.
Oh, it is a vibe.
It feels like a vibe. We're going to leave it very genre neutral right now, so no one knows exactly what it is.
Big vibes.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Vibing.
Yeah.
As always, everyone, I am Jim.
And I am still Jason.
We have been the Midwest Sad Boys this week. We have always been the Sad Boys for the last 84 weeks, and we will continue to be the Midwest Sad Boys for the next however many upcoming weeks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending an hour with us on your beginning 1/1 of 25, and we look forward to seeing you next week. And as always, stay sad, y'all.
Bye.
Big vibes.
Do we have to even dance at this point? Because
I mean, I'm just gonna bob my head to pretend that it's good.
Na
Na na na na.
na na na.
See you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.